Hello again, everyone. So in the last lesson, we got through a lot of information about components. We created a new component manually, and we learned how to add this component into our project. So in this lesson, we're going to get into how to add a component automatically with CLI. So for this, I'll open up a new terminal page, and here I'll type in the command ng generate component. And then I'll write the name of the new component that we're going to add. In fact, we can only do this by writing the initials of these words. So I'm typing the ng-gc command, press enter, and the component gets created with this command. And look, a new folder has been added, and it has CSS, HTML, spec, and TS files. So I'm deleting this spec file here for now because this file is used in the testing phase, so we don't need to think about it. So we're not going to need this now. However, you see here, this is the products component that we created our last lesson. And here is the product component that we just created. So I'll open the HTML page of this newly created component, and look how it's written by default. So I can delete these, and I'm writing all this to indicate that this is from this component. And now I can open the TS file. And as we remember, there was a selector here. And it's thanks to the selector that we can use this component in our other components. So we can ignore them for now, but the selector is defined like that. So there's no app statement at the beginning of the component that we created in the last lesson. So to make a clearer order, we can either delete the expression here or bring app in front of the other component selector. But I just want to delete it for now. Now there's one more step left to introduce this component to Angular, and that is including this component in the app.module.ts file. So now when we look at this file, we see that the component is added automatically. And as you can see, we have now quickly created our component with the ng-gc command. So now I want to call this component in the products component because we create a list of products, right? So in other words, we call the products component first and then the product component twice. And then when I save the changes, as you can see in the browser, we see different component information on a single page. First, app component, then products component, and then product component twice. And we see this by saying inspect. So see here, we can see which component the information comes from. Now also, you can tell that I didn't make any changes in the app.component.html page. But here we have already used the products component. So in this lesson, we called the product component in products component. And so app component, products component, and product were added to our component page in that order. So that's called using nested components. Pretty cool, huh?